I tie the last pink balloon to the fence post and step back to admire my work. The backyard looks like a fairy tale, if I do say so myself. October sunshine bathes the scene, glinting off the princess turrets of the bounce house, a $275 splurge that made my credit card groan. 9 pink place settings dot the picnic table, each with a napkin folded into a tiny crown. The pixel princess cake, straight from Mila's favorite video game, sits proudly on the dessert table. 9 candles standing like little soldiers. Perfect, I whisper, though no one's around to hear. I check my watch for the third time in 5 minutes. 11:42 a.m. My mom, Eleanor, and my sisters, Savannah and Lacey, promised to come early to help set up Mila's birthday party. But, as always, that promise has evaporated like morning dew. The sliding glass door squeaks open, and Mila bursts into the yard, twirling in her new birthday dress. The purple fabric, her royal color, sparkles as she spins under the sunlight. "Mom, is it time? Is it time?" she squeals, bouncing on her toes. Then she freezes, her eyes scanning the empty backyard for faces that aren't there. Where's Grandma, and Aunt Savannah and Aunt Lacey? Is Tyler coming? Have they seen the bounce house yet? I force a bright smile, my voice straining to sound cheerful. They're on their way, sweetie, probably just running a little late. Mila's face falls for a split second before she rebuilds her smile. "Okay, I'm gonna watch for them from the front window," she says. Darting back inside, I bite the inside of my cheek until I taste copper. I should have known better than to trust they'd show up on time, or at all. The doorbell chimes, and Mila's excited shriek echoes from inside. I hurry around the house just in time to see her face collapse as she opens the door to find only Aunt Carol. A wrapped gift tucked under her arm. "Happy birthday, sweet pea," Carol says, bending to hug Mila. My daughter hugs her back but peeks over Carol's shoulder. Searching the empty driveway. "Is Grandma with you?" she asks. Her voice small. Carol straightens, her eyes meeting mine over Mila's head. A flash of anger crosses her face before she smiles down at my daughter. "I came on my own today, honey, but look what I brought you." She hands Mila the gift, wrapped with a bow so perfect it must have taken 20 minutes to tie. "That's Aunt Carol, always sweating the details." "Thank you," Mila says softly, clutching the package to her chest. She glances at me. "Mom, can I put this with the other presents?" I nod, keeping my voice gentle. "Of course, baby, the party's ready out back." As Mila disappears into the kitchen, Carol steps inside and shuts the door. "Eleanor and the girls aren't coming, are they?" she asks, not bothering to lower her voice. My phone buzzes in my pocket before I can answer. I pull it out, already bracing for what I'll see. My mother's text glows on the screen. "Don't be dramatic. It's just a kid's party. We'll make it up to her at Christmas." The words burn like acid. "Just a kid's party. My kid's party. I'm guessing that's your answer," Carol says, watching my face harden. She squeezes my arm. "I'm sorry, Maya." The doorbell rings again, saving me from responding. Parents start dropping off Mila's classmates, 8 little girls in party dresses, carrying gift bags and birthday cards. My neighbor across the street, Mrs. Rodriguez, arrives with folding chairs and a cooler of juice boxes. 2 doors down, Mrs. Wilson brings a tray of finger sandwiches and a sympathetic smile. For the next hour, I move through the party like I'm underwater, snapping photos, serving cake, keeping an eye on the bounce house. Through it all, Mila keeps glancing at the gate, her eyes lighting up every time it opens, only to dim when another classmate arrives instead of her grandmother or aunts. "Mom, when are Grandma and Aunt Savannah and Aunt Lacey and Tyler coming?" Mila asks for what feels like the 10th time, tugging my shirt as I refill the snack bowl. I smooth her hair, forcing calm into my voice. "I'm not sure, sweetie, but look at all your friends who came to celebrate with you." She nods and runs back to the bounce house. But the slump in her shoulders tells me everything. This isn't the first time my family has let her down. And something in her 9-year-old heart knows it won't be the last. In a quiet moment, my phone pings with an Instagram notification. I open it, and my stomach churns. Savannah has posted a photo of her, Mom, Lacey, and Tyler raising mimosa glasses at some fancy brunch spot downtown. The caption reads, "Family first." I grip the phone so hard my knuckles whiten. Family first. Right. Mila's voice pulls me back. Mom. She's standing by the present table, surrounded by her friends, ready to open gifts. I tuck the phone away and plaster on a smile. Coming, birthday girl. Mila tears into her presents with genuine delight. thanking each friend with a beaming smile. But when the last gift is unwrapped, she looks up at me, her voice trembling. Did Grandma forget my birthday? The question stabs through my chest. I open my mouth, searching for words, but Carol steps in, her voice warm. Your grandma's memory is terrible sometimes, honey, but that just means you might get a surprise another day. Mila brightens at the possibility, and the moment passes as the girls race back to the bounce house. Carol squeezes my hand. This isn't right, Maya. I nod, unable to speak. When the last guest leaves, I retreat to the kitchen with a stack of plates, letting silent tears fall as I wash each one. Through the window, I see Carol helping Mila draw with sidewalk chalk, their heads bent together over a rainbow taking shape on the driveway. My phone buzzes again. Another text from Mom. Need $350 for a family emergency. Can you transfer it today? The plate in my hands cracks as I grip it too tightly. I stare at the message. The timestamp glaring, 3:48 p.m. Right in the middle of the party she couldn't be bothered to attend. Something inside me breaks too, a dam I've been patching for years. I set the broken pieces down, dry my hands, and stare at the message a moment longer. The time for tears is over. The kitchen clock ticks softly as I sit at the table. Mila's lunchbox open before me. A peanut butter sandwich cut into triangles, apple slices arranged in a smile, and a note with a tiny heart scribbled in marker, small gestures to remind her she's loved. My phone buzzes relentlessly on the counter. The family group chat lighting up with messages I've been avoiding since Mila's birthday disaster a week ago. I wipe my hands on a dish towel and pick up the phone. My stomach already knotting. The screen glows with Mom's latest message, exciting news. Savannah's Sweet 16 venue is confirmed. $1.850 per guest. With Maya covering Grandma's share since she's on a fixed income. Details attached. I nearly drop the phone. Sweet 16? Savannah is 26. A follow-up from Lacey clarifies. Theme is, second chance at Sweet 16 feet since her real one was at the VFW hall. My fingers tremble as I open the attached PDF. There, in glossy color, is a sponsorship page with my LinkedIn profile picture slapped under platinum sponsor, Maya Allen. What the? I catch myself, aware of Mila's soft footsteps padding down the hall. Another text from Lacey. Maya, you're the accountant. Just handle the deposit. Deadline this weekend. Not a request, a command. Mom? Mila appears in the doorway, clutching a Lego piece. Can you help me with my spaceship? My voice sounds distant, even to me. In a minute, sweetheart. She shuffles back to her room, shoulders slumped, a posture I've seen too often lately. Just like at her birthday. Waiting for family who never showed. I sit at the table, opening my banking app. The balance glares back. $4.213.47. Every cent earmarked for Mila's braces next month. On the counter, a stack of medical bills from her broken arm 2 years ago taunts me. $1.200 deductible that wiped out my emergency fund. I'd sold Grandma Rose's silver ring, my only heirloom, to cover the visit. Grandma Rose, who taught me to balance a checkbook at 10, would be horrified to see how her daughter treats her granddaughter. My budget spreadsheet glows on my laptop, color-coded and precise. Rent, $1.025. Utilities, $187.32. Groceries, $420. Car payment, $315.76. After-school care, $240. Thin margins, but we make it work. Our small 2-bedroom is modest but home, clean, cared for, safe. I scroll through old Venmo requests from my family. Last month, $650 for Savannah's salon, emergency. The month before, $420 for Mom's patio furniture. Christmas, $840 for family gifts. None repaid, none acknowledged beyond a quick thanks. Sis, Mom, Eleanor, has mastered financial manipulation, wielding guilt like a limitless credit card. I sacrificed raising you girls alone, she'll say, conveniently forgetting her spending drove Dad away. Savannah, 26, runs a salon that bleeds money faster than she can dye hair. Every crisis is urgent, every loan, just until next month, a month that never comes. Lacey, 24, drowns in credit card debt from online shopping sprees. Her problems somehow always becoming my solutions. The doorbell jolts me from my thoughts. I got it. Mila calls, running to answer before I can stop her. Aunt Carol's warm voice fills the entryway. Hello, sunshine. Is your mom home? Carol steps into the kitchen, arms loaded with a casserole dish. She spots my expression and sets it down. What happened? I turn my phone toward her wordlessly. She reads, her mouth tightening. They've got some nerve, she mutters, sinking into a chair. After skipping her birthday for brunch? I nod, voice flat. I saw the Instagram post. Family first. A knock at the back door interrupts us. Mrs. Wilson, my 71-year-old neighbor, waves through the window. I gesture her in. Brought banana bread, she says, then pauses. Reading the room. Bad time? Family drama, Carol explains. Mrs. Wilson nods knowingly. She's been bringing casseroles since Mila was born. Offering wisdom without judgment. She's seen me take time off work for family emergencies. Watched relatives ask for favors they never return. Your coworker James called, she adds. Said he'll cover your shift tomorrow if you need it. Returning the favor. James. Always swapping shifts when mom demands my presence for some crisis. One of the few who reciprocates. Mommy? Mila stands in the doorway, holding a drawing labeled My Family. 2 stick figures holding hands, her and me. My throat tightens as I take it. Can I hang this on the fridge? Of course, baby. As I find a magnet, I notice Mila's thank you cards for her birthday guests, each decorated with crayon stars. That night, passing her room, I hear her small voice. God, please make grandma like me more. My heart shatters. Back at my laptop, I find an email I wasn't meant to see, forwarded by mistake from the hotel hosting Savannah's event. The contract was signed 3 weeks ago, before Mila's birthday. They'd planned to skip it all along. I create a spreadsheet, logging every Venmo request from the past 3 years. The total, $23.470, makes me dizzy. Enough for a car, a year of college, or Mila's braces with a vacation to spare. My calendar shows 14 vacation days spent on family, hospital visits for Savannah's minor surgery, helping mom redecorate, driving Lacey to job interviews she skipped. 0 days when they watched Mila so I could work overtime. I open Facebook. Mom's posted a family photo, so blessed with my girls. I'm cropped out, standing at the edge. Anger rises, not hot, but cold and clear. I see the pattern now. Sharp as glass. I pick up my phone and open Venmo. The next day, I stare at the app, fingers poised like I'm defusing a bomb. Mom's demand glares from my inbox. $1.850 for Savannah's party. Plus grandma's share. They skipped Mila's birthday for this. In the next room, Mila hums, arranging stuffed animals for a tea party. No cousins. No grandmother. Just fabric friends who don't disappoint. I create a new payment, entering mom's name. Amount, $1. Memo. Congrats. My thumb hovers over the send button. I see Mila's face at her party, watching the gate for family who never came. I press send. The confirmation pops up, and I screenshot it, saving it to a folder labeled Boundaries. My lungs expand, the kitchen walls seeming to widen. Mom, can we have spaghetti tonight? Mila calls. Absolutely, I reply, my voice steady for the first time in months. By noon, I've made 3 calls I should have made years ago. A locksmith, Frank, arrives at 2:15, whistling as he replaces both locks. The invoice, $175, is less than my sister's typical, small favors. All set, ma'am, he says, handing me 2 shiny keys. No one gets in without these. While Mila naps, I draft an email to the hotel, attaching screenshots proving I never authorized my name as a sponsor. The manager responds within an hour, apologizing and removing my name. By evening, Mila and I twirl spaghetti, watching cartoons. She laughs, tomato sauce on her chin. This is enough. I think we are enough. The doorbell rings at 8:47 p.m. through the peephole. I see Mom, Savannah, and Lacey, faces twisted with rage. Maya Allen, open this door. Mom's voice cuts through the wood. I step back as the pounding begins. Is that Grandma? Mila asks, eyes wide. Yes, but she forgot to call first. I say calmly, it's too late for visitors. The banging grows louder. You can't hide forever, Savannah shouts. My phone lights up with texts. You're betraying this family. How dare you embarrass us? Through the peephole, I see Mr. Patterson across the street, arms crossed, and the Rodriguezes peering through blinds. My family's become a spectacle, but I'm not scrambling to fix it. The pounding on the door continues, a relentless drumbeat echoing through our small house. Mila clings to my leg, her stuffed rabbit pressed against her chest, eyes wide with a mix of fear and confusion. Should we let them in? She whispers, her voice barely audible over Mom's shouts. Maya, open this door right now. I kneel to meet her gaze, keeping my tone steady. No, honey, remember our talk about respecting our home? This isn't respectful behavior. The doorbell chimes repeatedly, a grating chime that sets my teeth on edge. Through the peephole, I see Savannah jabbing a finger toward the house. Her face contorted. After everything we've done for you, she yells. As if I'm the one who's failed them. Blue police lights flash across the living room, painting the walls in eerie streaks. I close my eyes briefly, not surprised they called the cops. When I open the door, Officer Thompson stands on the porch, his face familiar from coaching Mila's soccer team last spring. Evening, Miss Allen, he says, his tone professional but kind. We got a call about a family dispute, something about threats and a withheld heirloom. Behind him, Mom puffs up, her voice dripping with indignation. She's refusing to return family property and sent threatening messages. Mila grips my sweater tighter, hiding behind me. May I come in for a moment? Thompson asks quietly. I nod, leading him to the kitchen table. Mila stays close, her rabbit dangling from one hand. I pull out my phone and lay it all bare, the texts, the emails, the Venmo screenshot of my $1 payment, the spreadsheet totaling $23.470 in unrepaid loans. I've been financially supporting them for years without repayment. I explain, my voice calm but firm. I changed the locks today because I'm setting boundaries. There are no heirlooms, no threats, just me saying no for the first time. Thompson reviews the evidence, his eyebrows lifting occasionally. When he's done, he leans back. They're used to you handling everything. Changing the rules is always tough for folks to accept. He steps back to the porch, speaking to Mom, Savannah, and Lacey in low tones. Their certainty visibly crumbles as he talks. Minutes later, they retreat to their cars, Mom's finger jabbing in my direction one last time before they drive off. I check the locks twice before finding Mila on her bed, legs dangling. Mom, she says softly, am I not important enough? Is that why Grandma and my aunts didn't come to my birthday? The question steals my breath. I kneel, taking her hands. No, sweetheart, you are the most important thing in the world. That's why I have to protect us from people who don't value us. My phone buzzes on the nightstand, another text from Mom. You'll regret this. Family is everything. I delete it without replying and tuck Mila in, pulling her comforter to her chin. It's just us two, I tell her, smiling genuinely. And that's plenty. After she's asleep, a text from Aunt Carol arrives. You did the right thing. They're furious, but truth is on your side. Then one from Mrs. Wilson. Those brownies on my counter won't eat themselves. You fought the right fight today. James, my coworker, texts. Need extra shifts to rebuild savings? I'll swap Tuesday for your Saturday. An email from Mila's teacher. She seems happier this week. Everything okay at home? I set the phone down, the house feeling lighter, as if the walls have stopped closing in. I've been so focused on my family's demands I didn't notice the community forming around us, brick by brick, person by person. At 6:30 a.m., my phone jolts me awake. A Facebook notification. Savannah Allen mentioned you in a post. I tap it, stomach sinking. Her status reads, when toxic people show their true colors. Some pretend to care about family until they're asked to contribute. Then they're too good for us. Guess money means more than memories to certain people. 17 comments already, mostly from distant relatives and old high school friends. So sorry you're going through this. Blood isn't always thicker than water. No one asks for my side, just assumes I'm the villain. Mila peeks into my room, hair tousled. Mom, you okay? I lock the phone, forcing a smile. Fine, sweetie, just checking emails. She believes me, thank goodness, and pads back to her room. I open Facebook again, finger hovering over the comment box. Defenses flood my mind, years of receipts, explanations. Instead, I type, I wish you all well. Then I log off, shut the app, and slide out of bed. The kitchen feels different this morning, lighter despite the social media attack. I pour cereal for Mila, make coffee, check her backpack. Normal routines feel revolutionary without the weight of family demands. My phone rings, a number I don't recognize. But the area code is familiar. I almost let it go to voicemail but answer at the last second. Maya? It's Uncle Robert, my father's brother, a voice from another life. I haven't heard from you since your high school graduation. He finishes, his voice rougher with age. I heard about Eleanor and the girls. Small town, plus your mom called, trying to recruit allies, I suspect. He chuckles dryly. You're not the first she's done this to. I nearly drop the dish I'm rinsing. What do you mean? Why do you think your dad left? Robert says. He texts me a photo. Dad at my 5th birthday. Eyes hollow, shoulders curled. The same look I've seen in my own mirror. History repeating itself. Robert says. She drained him for years. Then moved on to you. The doorbell rings, pulling me back. Mrs. Wilson stands there, holding a chicken and rice casserole. The ladies from book club will bring more tomorrow, she says, pushing it into my hands. We've been watching. Some of us have been where you are. Family can be wonderful, or quicksand. She touches my arm. We're keeping an eye out for certain cars. Just so you know, an envelope tucked under the dish holds a $200 gift card with a note, for Mila's needs. No name, no strings, just kindness. I sink into a chair, tears blurring my vision. These neighbors owe me nothing. Yet they're forming a protective circle while my family wages digital war. That evening, I recalculate my budget without family emergencies. The numbers shift, $732 extra monthly. Enough for Mila's braces, an education fund, a lake vacation. I open a savings account for Mila, depositing a small seed. At the grocery store, I splurge on $24 tulips. A rebellion against scarcity that keeps me smiling all day. Saturday, Mila wanders in wearing rainbow pajamas. Aren't we going to Aunt Savannah's party today? She asks. Casual as ever. My hands freeze mid-fold. The sweet 16. I saw it on your calendar. Guilt surges, bitter as copper. Should I reconsider? Then Mila adds, I don't really want to go. Those parties are boring. You have to wear itchy clothes and smile all the time. Decision made. How about the park instead? Basketball courts should be empty. Her face lights up. Can we get ice cream after? Absolutely. At Dairy Dream, we share a $7 sundae. Chocolate fudge dripping down Mila's chin as she giggles about beating me at horse. A woman at the next table offers to take our photo. I hesitate, then hand her my phone. She captures us mid-laugh, messy and radiant. I like this better than a fancy party, Mila declares, diving back into the sundae. So do I realize. So do I. The kitchen table is scattered with paint cans and brushes. The air thick with the sharp scent of fresh latex. I balance on a wobbly stepladder, rolling soft yellow paint across the living room wall, transforming the tired beige into something warm and alive. 2 months have passed since I sent that $1 Venmo payment. And the world hasn't collapsed. If anything, it's brighter, literally. Mom, you missed a spot, Mila calls, pointing her brush at a stubborn white patch near the ceiling. Her purple t-shirt is speckled with yellow flecks like tiny stars. Got it, eagle eyes, I say, stretching to cover it. Better than the old beige? Way better, she replies, attacking the baseboards with surgical focus. It's like sunshine inside. The front door swings open, and James, my coworker, pokes his head in, a handmade oak bookshelf tucked under one arm like it's weightless. Special delivery, he announces. Where do you ladies want this? By the window, I say, climbing down. You didn't have to build it yourself. James shrugs, his laugh filling the house. What else am I doing with my weekends? Watching golf? I smile, helping him position the shelves where the afternoon light will hit. Mila arranges her books by color, humming as she works. While I glance at the fridge calendar, Mila's crooked handwriting marks movie night for Friday. Park day for Sunday. No family obligations. No emergency loans. The tension I've carried in my shoulders for years has melted, leaving space to breathe. Mrs. Wilson called, Mila says, sliding her Harry Potter collection onto the middle shelf. She wants to know if I can come over tomorrow for knitting lessons. Do you want to go? I ask. She nods, eyes bright. She says I have natural talent. Then absolutely. I tuck a strand of hair behind her ear, leaving a smudge of paint on her cheek. She giggles, swiping her brush across my nose. Now we match. Later, at Mila's school, I watch her present a poster titled My Hero to her 3rd grade class. 2 stick figures hold hands against a crayon sunset, with careful letters spelling out, my mom taught me that love doesn't hurt. My throat tightens. That evening, her teacher, Mrs. Langston, sends a note. Mila seems so much more confident lately. Keep it up. Christmas cards arrive, including one in Mom's handwriting. Guilt drips from every line. Families should be together during the holidays. We've all made mistakes. Savannah texts. I miss my niece. Tyler asks about her. Lacey emails about a $2.300 per person family healing retreat in Arizona. I snort coffee through my nose at the price tag, waiting for the familiar twist of shame and obligation. Nothing comes, just calm clarity. I respond to all three. We've moved forward. I wish you well. Our Christmas tree, a modest 4 feet, glows with popcorn strings and Mila's school-made ornaments. The gifts beneath it, a sketchbook, colored pencils, a garage sale telescope, are wrapped with care. Mrs. Wilson brings cider, James a cheesy casserole, and Aunt Carol drives 3 hours with cookies and hugs. She hands me a leather-bound album. The first page reading our family of 2 in her elegant script. Room to grow, she says, nodding toward our guests laughing in the kitchen. January finds me at a single-parent support group at the community center, sharing stories with others who faced similar battles. February has me volunteering at Mila's school, reading to her class once a month. Uncle Robert sends postcards from his travels, each with an encouraging note. We're building something new, brick by brick, but the past doesn't stay quiet. Mom shows up at my workplace, her Sunday dress and pearl earrings out of place among my spreadsheets. We need to talk, she says loudly, drawing glances from coworkers. My stomach drops, but I guide her to the break room. This isn't appropriate. Mom, I'm working. She sets her purse on my desk, covering my work. Family comes first. In the break room, she launches into a rehearsed speech about forgiveness and duty, weaving in bits of Pastor Wallace's sermons. Speaking of Pastor Wallace, she adds, adjusting her earrings, he's concerned about our family division. Reconciliation is God's way. I stare into my lukewarm coffee. Did you tell him why we're divided? She waves dismissively. Details don't matter when family's involved. They matter to me, I say, my voice steady. That evening, an anonymous note arrives. Children need their grandmother. Think about what you're doing to Mila. Then Savannah's husband calls, pleading, just give them what they want. Peace is worth the money. A Thanksgiving invitation follows, cream cardstock, gold embossing, with a note. Water under the bridge if you contribute $750 for the venue. I place it beside Mila's school photo, her smile brighter these past weeks. After tucking her in, I hold an old family photo, Christmas 7 years ago, when Dad was still with us. Mom hadn't yet made me the family ATM. We're smiling, but I remember the fight that erupted minutes later over the credit card bill. One call could smooth things over. Another check to keep the peace. But Mila's voice echoes, am I not important enough? I place the photo in a drawer, replacing it with her school picture. She deserves better. The next morning, I draft a letter, clinical and precise, documenting every loan, every missed event, every broken promise. $23.470. 14 vacation days, 0 reciprocation. Terms for future contact are clear, respect or nothing. I make copies for Mom, Savannah, Lacey, and Pastor Wallace, with a note explaining the manipulation he's unknowingly supported. The final sentence takes 3 tries. This isn't about money. It's about respect. I send them certified mail. 2 days later, a small envelope arrives for Mila from her classmate Bethany, who missed the birthday party. Inside, a glittery card reads, sorry I couldn't come. Happy 9th birthday. $3 bills flutter out. With a note, for ice cream. I'm saving for a bike but wanted you to have this. Mila handles the money like it's glass. Mom, can we get ice cream tomorrow? Of course, I say. She places the card on the fridge, straightening it carefully. This is the best card ever, she declares. That evening, Grandma's number lights up my phone. I answer on the final ring. Maya, you need to fix things, she says without preamble. Your mother and sisters are fighting since that letter arrived, about money. What else? Eleanor says Savannah pushed too hard with the Sweet 16. Savannah says Lacey promised you'd cover more. They're blaming each other for driving you away. The familiar pressure builds behind my temples, tempting me to mediate as always. Instead, I watch Mila arranging her stuffed animals for a tea party. I'm not responsible for fixing adult relationships, I say, but you've always been the sensible one. Grandma insists. Yes, I reply, and that's why I'm making a different choice now. As Mila's 10th birthday approaches, I plan a simple picnic in the park, homemade cake, friends who show up. A card arrives from Mom, containing a crisp $50 bill and a note, happy birthday. Granddaughter, no demands, no guilt. I consider returning it, then add it to Mila's birthday fund. Boundaries don't mean cutting people off, they mean controlling the terms. That night, I write in the journal Carol gave me, real family isn't blood, it's the people who show up. On the wall hangs a new photo, Mila and me at the park with Carol, Mrs. Wilson, James, and Uncle Robert. Below it, a plaque reads our family. The house is quiet, save for Mila's peaceful breathing. I close the journal, feeling something I haven't in years, home.